Yeah. Hello. We are back. Episode 11, Velvet Sugar Podcast. I'm your co-host, David Beckel Jr.
Alex Kohler.
And our second guest, drum roll please, Josh Kincade.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah. Josh Kincade. What's up, Josh?
It's great to be here, man.
Coming by, talking
is
to
awesome.
us. Yeah.
You got it. What is that? What kind of shirt is that?
This is my daughter, yes. She's graduating high school. A couple of days, so, proud of that.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah, man, thank you. Congrats to her.
All right.
Congrats to her. It's happy and sad.
Yeah.
Happy. I mean, growing up, man, what are you going to do? You can't hold them back. You're not
You got
supposed to hold
kids?
them
You
back.
got kids, Josh?
Oh, God, no. Not that I know of.
Josh knows.
But, no.
Yeah.
So Josh is a comic
Yes.
and
Try to be.
trying to be a comic. And how long? I met you in I started comedy 6 years ago. How long are you doing comedy?
9 years?
You doing it 9 years?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
If you count COVID,
right.
which was like a year or two off, but yeah.
So I count COVID. Yeah, you
Yeah,
count
9
it.
years.
It's hard to explain. It takes too much to explain. Well, I didn't do it in this short period.
Yeah, you
when I
can't-
was suicidal, when I had to do Zoom mics.
Yeah, I didn't do any Zoom shows. I mean,
I did too. I wanted to kill myself.
Oh, God, yeah. That's
It was
what I heard.
terrible.
You
It
know,
was terrible.
it's something else. So my first mic officially was in 2004. Tuesday night train wreck. I don't know if you know this name, Joey Gay.
No.
Damien San Marco were the names. So I used to go once a week every Tuesday night.
Was in New York City?
No, yeah. Definitely in the city, like close to the West Village. I did that for about a year. We got married, got our daughter. And I was, sporadically throughout a couple years off in between. But it, never went away. I'm here now.
So how old were you when you started? Like 2004. You were 30?
Well, it was technically 29.
29? How old were you when you started?
24.
24. Oh shit, I was old. I was 41. Yeah, that's never too late.
Yeah. I heard Chris Rock said
I'll be in
something.
my prime when I'm 82.
I heard Chris Rock said this. Chris Rock said that he said the young comics, and they're hot. He said, in essence, they don't really have anything to talk about. He's like, they get good when they get older and have life to talk about. You know what I mean? So, is what it
Yeah, what do
is.
you think about that? You think comics who are like 20, like in their early, you're how old?
I'm 34. Wow.
You're 34.
Yeah.
You think
Feels
like,
old.
I never paid attention to that. I never paid attention to what do comics talk about when they're like 20 to 30.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like,
That's
weed,
more like sex.
There's a lot of weed.
Sex.
shitty jobs.
Shitty jobs.
Crappy jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad relationships, sex.
Holy shit, I talk about this stuff at 47. That's not a good, that's not a good sign.
Actually, my kind of whole
It's like
set.
my act right now. Weed, shit. We
Also,
lack of sex. It's different.
Yeah.
Josh has had the opportunity to open for some legendary from known named comedians.
Yeah.
Nick DiPaolo.
That went around
Yeah.
like crazy when you started doing that, man. Everybody was talking about that. How long,
this
how long
area,
are you
yeah.
opening for him? Yeah.
For DePaul, I've been open for Nick for 5.5 years.
So you started pre-COVID, right around before COVID, right?
Yeah, end of 2018, beginning of 2019. So
Oh
I
man.
had a good solid year. Then COVID hit, and then it was kind of.
So how did that start? You were doing a mic, and he saw you, or you were on a show? with him?
I opened for him at Lucy's Laugh Lounge in Pleasantville, which is no longer, I think.
Defunct.
No longer going on. But like I did like 20 minutes up front for him, and he just heard me from the green room after the show. He was like, "You're really funny. I could
cool,
use
that's
you on
it.
the road." And I was like, "Oh, awesome." Just hit him up, like DM'd him that week, and then
Were you stoked when he you were, right?
was pretty-
Yeah,
How
that's
How
good.
long were you doing comedy then?
4 years.
5.5 years. So yeah, 4
years.
Yeah, you're 9
3 and a
years
half.
in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3, yeah, something like
And
that.
how was that like? Going on the road, eating, hotel, just opening up on the road. How was that experience?
I mean, the crowds are much. I don't say that like they're better or worse. They're just more like you get used to like packed shows, like audiences who are really into it and stuff. So you get
They're
like,
going
sort
to
of like
see
spoiled.
him. They're going to specifically see him. They're not like they just happen to have him. They're going to see him.
Yeah.
He's a name.
Which can be a blessing and a curse, sometimes.
Really?
There's plenty of shows. Sometimes, I mean, like if anyone ever opens for someone, like I guess,
Why is it a curse?
like, because sometimes you'll go to the shows and like his manager told me this once backstage after the show, like some people just don't give a shit. Like they just want to see Nick, or they just want to see the headliner. They don't care about this kid opening up talking about weed. They're like,
So
it's
they
this
get
guy.
impatient and nasty?
Oh yeah,
Is that because they're drinking, or that's just their? You think that's?
I don't
people
think it's
just-
because of the drinking.
they're
Some
just
guys
like,
will
what
walk
the
out
fuck?
there.
Bring out the guy I paid for now. I want it now. Like,
Usually
really?
like big fans up front, for like early in the front row, just see some guy just he's just like, all right, shut up, move on. Like he just doesn't want to listen to you. I said someone to his manager backstage, like some guys just want to see the headliner. They don't.
How
That's
do you,
hilarious. Like, don't you want to see more show?
But,
Like,
but
you know, it's only doing
how
an
do you
hour.
handle that? How do you handle
Oh,
that?
this is like one person out of like 200, 300
okay.
people. So it's like I just usually ignore it. But like sometimes the bigger portion of the crowd's kind of like, okay.
Right.
Because my comedy's very different than his. Like I guess it's kind of like a change of pace.
Right.
Don't you love when they sit that guy up front? Don't you love that?
Oh, they always do.
The best, right?
Well, so what are some of the cities that you opened?
Where have we gone with Nick? I've gone all the way from like Florida, Miami, to
All East Coast?
Cleveland, all East Coast, yeah.
Florida, Cleveland, anything West Coast?
Georgia,
Does
no
he go out
West
there?
Coast. Furthest we went was Cleveland, which is like Midwest, I guess.
Does he
And
tour there or just not with you out there?
I don't think he does West Coast really for the most
Really?
part. Yeah, he goes like Kansas City's like as far as he's gone. Texas he does. But as far as I don't know, he's been to West Coast in a
Wow.
long time.
You've
Yeah.
done Kentucky, Kansas. Sorry,
I didn't go to
Kansas.
Kansas or Texas, but I've been like Maine, all over like North Carolina,
Florida. You said you went.
Florida,
And Cleveland.
Cleveland.
I thought
Cleveland was
Cleveland
great.
had a good comedy scene. I did a few open mics and
Hilarities.
shows
The
there.
club there is beautiful.
It was good.
Beautiful club.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
One of the
I
nicest
mean,
places.
there's nothing. Well, you open for Colin Quinn, but still
Oh, yeah.
locally. So we haven't
just
had the
locally once, yeah.
opportunity to get on the road yet. But this past Saturday I did a show. It's funny. The show that we were on together.
Yeah.
I had a good set.
You had a
Felt
great
good.
set, yeah.
I appreciate that. But then following for a week, totally different up in Nyack. It was like
What is it? What David Tell calls them the humbler. The
humbler.
Oh, yeah.
shows.
no, I didn't.
I had tons of those.
I didn't bomb, right? And I gotta shout out Rashad Bashir because the crowd wasn't into the host first, second, and he was supposed to go second to last, and he's just on another level, Rashad Bashir.
Was that an urban show, David?
Yes, yes. But he got up and just moved the furniture, inject like energy, like oh my
We
goodness.
were talking about how to work an urban show. I've done like 5, 6 urban shows. You do urban shows? You ever done them?
I've done like once or two. I mean, not in a long time. Like did one in Poughkeepsie a while ago.
But,
it was a lot of fun.
Here's the thing, though. Urban shows are still not a monolith. You know what I mean? And that's something important because every urban show is different. And what makes it an urban show? Black people,
Hispanic people.
Yeah.
But like I find like we were dissecting
rough
like how
whites.
to work an urban show.
Rough whites are worse. That's
Oh
what I mean.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. I
upstate.
told you I have my little trick joke now. I've been doing it forever. I have this joke, and it's like it has the word Trump in it. It's like a Trump, sort of like a quick little Trump joke, and I do it as a gauge
Yeah.
to gauge the crowd.
Oh, to see how they react.
It's like, I don't know if people do this, but I figured like let me do this joke, and then 9 out of 10 times they just laugh, and when they boo that joke, they're like, no, it's not like an anti-Trump or pro-Trump. I just say I have resting Trump supporter face. That's all I say. Yeah.
That's a
and
good
when
joke.
they boo, that means they heard like don't talk bad about him, our guy. So that gives me my gauge.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
You know what
that's
I mean?
true,
Like, it's like a
yeah.
little barometer. I'm like, okay, now I know where I am.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're offended by that. That's pretty tame. I mean,
Then I
like,
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I know they're hardcore.
The funny thing, I went up after Rashard, after he did like 20 freaking spectacular minutes.
Oh, you to follow that?
Yeah, I followed that.
Oh man.
But I got in some of his tailwind a little bit, and there was a table of older Jamaican men like in the middle, so I could connect with them on some stuff. So that was good. A couple people up front. So even though it wasn't my best, I believe, or best response, because it is what it is.
That is one of the most intimidating things to follow somebody really. Good.
It was, but I didn't. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna do what I gotta do. I'm not even, what am I gonna do? Not show up? Be like, oh, I can't follow that.
Because
No,
you don't do check spots, right?
Oh,
Like
I
you know
mean,
the way they do it. Cal does it at Laugh It Up. the
I've
check
done
spots.
those. Yeah, plenty of times.
But you never did that for Nick.
Oh, no.
Obviously not, right?
No.
But the check spots. What do you think about those?
those are I mean,
I
I've
did
done
it
them
for
before.
Colin, and he murdered, and I had to go up
Oh
twice.
God, yeah, when they murder, it's the worst.
But I still did good. But you're like half the crowd's leaving,
Yeah.
cashing the check. Half the crowd's paying attention.
The
to
lights
you.
come on.
You got to zoom. Oh, they leave them down. But like you have to just focus on people listening to you, not the ones not listening.
I think those are learning opportunities because I go back and Rashard and a whole bunch of us talked after the show, and it's about learning. What do you do in that situation? What can you do? Do you abandon your set? Do you have the ability to improv? Because I'm not a big crowd work guy, but I talk to the crowd a little bit, right, and get them to because when it was done as I don't think I did like extremely great, but I also don't think I did terrible. Because at the end of the show, all the guys would big me up. They go, yo, good shit, where you next? Hey, good, keep going, good luck, blah, blah, blah. So, but you just got to keep it balanced and keep going.
Sometimes those shows are worse though. It's like, are you want like murder or like bomb? It's like in the middle shows, you're kind of like, that was whatever.
Yeah,
like,
I think I rode the middle a little bit. And again, I think it's due to Rashard, just his presence on the stage and did what he did. So, I think that. But, yeah.
You watch your sets?
Other ones, I'm filming. I mean, I haven't filmed my sets up until now. Now I have to. It's like I'm filming, like, there's a lot of things like career-wise I got to start doing, like little movements, like, make a big difference. So like, I just started filming them and watching them, yeah. Okay.
So that's why you're doing it, to see your movements, see what you can improve?
I mean, like movements, like, like I got to start like reaching out to clubs differently. I got to start, film, like posting stuff online. I've been like neglecting a lot of like social media stuff I got to start doing. But like now that I'm watching them, like, that's brutal. Yeah. That's I mean, like, we've been doing it for like 9 years, I'm just like, I don't even watch the stats, I don't watch videos, I'm like, whatever. And then you see yourself on stage, and I'm like, my hands are like doing all these weird things. And like, is this how I stand? Like, my shirt's like a little ruffled, I'm like a little fat on my face.
You have a rapid fire style though. Like one after
you're
the
super
next.
Relatable, man. Your material is really
one
relatable.
After the next.
Yeah.
It's just,
You're likable, relatable.
Thank you.
You
I'm trying to get into like a little more crowd work stuff. Like, I think when it's used like sparingly at the right moments, it can be really great.
Yeah.
Like, if I described your comedy in one sentence, I would say, Josh Kincade, hilariously irritated by morons. Irritated by, like, the bit you got about, I want to ruin it, about the guy with the tattoos on his arms. You're like, I don't want to ruin it, but you know the punchline. None of that.
Thank you.
We also want to get into a bit of history. Nick DiPaolo.
What's that? Oh yeah, everybody talked about that. Like, do you get a lot of people asking about that, about the whole punch in the face?
That happened like a month before I started opening for him. So like it was like right before. I just missed out on it, I guess.
For the crowd, Nick is a very liberal comic who got a conservative guy punched him at
the opposite of that.
How do you describe what happened? Because we just know, like,
Nick is pretty right wing as far as comedy. And like a lot of people obviously these days don't like it. And I guess from what I heard, and I've heard it from him and from like people in the audience, like I guess he did his set, he had a great set at Levity Live, and like afterwards he's like shaking hands, people, and some guy came up to him and said, I guess not verbatim, but essentially said, like, my daughter hated you. And Nick was like, what? And he's like, yeah, she wanted to punch you in the face. And like as he was turning to this guy, Nick tells it, like, he's talking to this dude, his daughter comes up from this side and just like boom, just like sucker punches him. And like, and like I guess I don't know if she got like arrested or like pressed her, but I think they just kicked her out or whatever. He had like a black eye from it.
Like closed fist punched?
Like a real closed fist punch.
He raised that's a liberal who raised a strong daughter.
Yeah, she believed in her, I mean, she was willing to stand up and...
If I picture a liberal daughter, it'd be just like, whack.
But
she came out close-fisted.
To walk up to the comic after the show to punch him, to physically...
She's got issues.
I heard he was suing, right? Because I heard something I read that he said, that Nick said this, that I forgot where I read this. In the article, when you look that up, Nick said to the reporter, whoever, that like if he introduced her, he knew that she wanted to hit.
Oh,
him.
yeah,
like,
the dad,
He was upset about that.
It almost certainly was. If you think about it, that's the way it panned out,
messed up, like.
Which, how lame is that? Yeah, you get your daughter in on like
Can you imagine that conversation? Dad, I really want to clock this guy in the face. All right, listen, I'm going to tell him you're his biggest fan.
Yeah, you go around the
come
side.
around the shoulder and
I'm going to distract him. Punch him right in the jaw.
Damn. That's
and why the hell would you guys go to the show? I mean, like, you even look up the comedian at all? Like, that must have been
it's the worst show. They laughed at his jokes, too. And
the dad must have been stifling some, like putting it down his daughter.
So what's your opinion on the state of comedy these days? That, you can't say this, or you got to pander to this, or what are your thoughts?
What do you think? You think it's me and Dave have different opinions on it? Well, not really, but you think it's changing right now?
I think that it's like
well, just because we're black and white. Other than that, I don't agree with you.
There's no gray area there. Yeah. I don't know. It's what I think it is. I think it's like in the past, in the 90s, let's say in the 80s, like, this guy thinks this stuff's funny. This other person thinks this, opposite stuff is funny.
Yeah.
They wouldn't necessarily you could just go to a comedy club to see the comedian you liked,
right,
and you wouldn't be forced to be exposed to a lot of comedy that you might be offended to and stuff.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's like with social media, if someone has like a joke that's like offensive, you would never walk into the club and see it, but now you could pop up on your TikTok and you're like, what the hell is this? Like, I think it's hard. I wouldn't want comedians to like start to try and make their jokes not offensive to everybody, because then it's like we're all just kind of making the same generic jokes,
Right.
and everyone's just doing the same thing.
Okay.
Like comedy's not about appealing to 100% of the audience. It's about finding, I think, people who like think like you and finding a niche audience.
Right.
But you're not gonna like everyone else's niche. So like if everyone's seeing somebody else's like material and that offends them in a certain way, it's like
So like if I want to storm the Capitol,
Exactly.
like I would want to like do material where
if you want to meet up in basements and like get a cult together.
things
that's
like crystal meth.
Yeah.
Like how to perfect a good recipe.
But I think sometimes
Niche
like a lot of
comics.
like you see a lot of people get offended by like a comedian where it's like a joke where it's like, well, that was, I hate to say it's like it was never meant for you to hear. It's like it's not. They're not going out there with like a megaphone on the streets, like, you know what I hate about? It's like they're doing jokes
No, true.
to an audience who likes them already.
I think we're in an era where everybody likes to read into something really, really deep and take it to places that are not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For whatever reason, you sell a joke and they're like, oh well, you just because you think da 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 and blah blah blah, and they create this whole narrative in their head about, and you're just trying to tell a joke because at the end of the day, you're trying to make people laugh, an audience laugh.
But you know what you just said, what TikTok is like? TikTok today is kind of like the equivalent of like you're walking down the street and somebody's like, hey, like a Jehovah's Witness is trying to get you to see something. TikTok is like, hey, look at this comedian. You don't find him funny? Why not? And it shows you like a bit.
Yeah.
And then you get offended and then you go bother that guy.
Alex.
It
Then
pushes
TikTok
it on you. It
can't
pushes
put
it on
you more.
everybody.
And so the things you don't like, and you're like, this is offensive. Then TikTok's algorithm's like, let's put them more of the stuff you don't want to watch.
Showing everything to everybody all at
By the
once.
way,
Yep.
just so you know, Alex said that about Jehovah's Witnesses, not Josh or myself.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Alex said
Can we
that.
actually cut out the part where I said Jehovah's
Just saying, if you see him in the street, Jehovah's Witnesses,
No, I'm cool, man.
you know,
see him at his
they can knock
doorstep.
on your door. They be like, ding dong.
I'll talk to
Hi,
him.
I heard you was talking shit, son.
I'll talk to him and stuff. I'll talk to him and stuff.
Yeah.
I like the Mormons. They come in there like 18 with a tie.
I've actually never had those guys come
Yeah.
That guy stopped me at Costco, a Mormon. He's like, and he had that,
at
he
Costco.
just had a smug look. He's like, can I just tell you about Jesus? Like he knew the answer. And I was like, what do you know? You're 18. I'm 47.
There are
kids.
Mormons in Costco. The one in Yonkers,
they
they see them
walk
with the
around,
clipboard.
yeah,
I'm like,
tie.
are they allowed to do that in Costco? What the hell?
They buzzed my bell at 9 o'clock one night, and I engaged him. I asked him a couple of questions. He was like, we have
Try
to
to
ask
stop
our
him.
leader, and we'll
Our
get back.
leader?
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
Get to go
because
ask
they
God.
have they have. Listen, I'm a Christian faith. I'm non-denominational, so it's just straight belief in Jesus Christ. So the stuff that they come with is not in the Bible anywhere. So when I ask them questions of this and that, they go, there was a lot of silence because they didn't know. But
So you're like read up on it, and they ask you stuff. And you
no.
stump them.
I would listen. They ask a question, I would respond to what they say, because apparently in their religion, like Jesus Christ came in 1930 something. This person
In
Sam
America.
Smith. And of course, their Jesus would have a very white American name. You know what I mean?
Joseph Smith.
Yeah, like Joseph Smith, something like that. It's like, okay, so your Jesus is a white American. Copy. Got you.
We all know Jesus is Korean. Come on. I grew up in Flushing, Queens. I know. Come on.
Korean Jesus.
There's just a religion that started too late. It's like there's too much evidence of like if Jesus came to America, came to like Jerusalem in like 1985, we'd be like, well, this is bullshit. Like there's like video of this, like
And of all places, you came to Utah, huh?
yeah.
Okay, all right. The son of Alex again brought that up. So in case there are any Mormons that offended, Alex again.
I'm here to defend everybody. We've said some things on this podcast. I'm amazed we didn't get canceled, but that's okay.
What we get canceled for? We talking about comedy. And I appreciate you. I appreciate the I didn't get to see you. I wanted to stay to see your set, but it was going
your
to
show, yeah.
Rhino to host the mic.
No, it was a great show.
Yeah.
Tim Deary's.
Shout out Tim Deary again. He curates a really good atmosphere. People
was a lot of
come
fun.
there, believe it or not, strange enough, just to laugh. Just to laugh. Which is a crazy concept.
It was a good audience. Like 30
He
people,
always has great audiences.
But like, getting back to what I was asking you was about how you feel the state of comedy, how people feel, which ways it's swinging. I hear like the whole Austin thing. In Austin, it's swung opposite New York and LA on purpose. That's like a pendulum the opposite way, where they're like, just say anything. It's crazy. That's what I hear. That you can say anything there. The wild
In Austin?
stuff. Yeah, like it's becoming that kind of like anti-New York, LA vibe.
I mean, I've never been to LA. I don't know but I've heard, what it's like, and I've always heard that Austin was like super liberal. So I mean, it's surprising to think that people would be anti-woke there, but.
And I think that the whole, I don't know if it's the whole Joe Rogan Club.
I
or what
hate
started
that
it.
word so much.
What's that?
Woke. I hate that word so
I know.
much.
It got that, he doesn't like it because that word got co-opted. Yeah, that's
God.
true. It was like white girls stole that from.
Jeez.
Who?
I don't know.
Who did they take it from?
They take it from anybody because you know what the original meaning of woke was, what we meant by woke, and then all of a sudden you got, not all of a sudden, but you got people like DeSantis and MTG talking about, like, come on, man, shut up. Bro. It's not.
Yeah.
Whenever it reached middle-aged white people, it's time to toss the word in the garbage and not say it at all.
That's why I hear people say, like, this is like anti-woke comedy
God,
and anti.
I'm like, shut up. You have no idea what you're talking about. Most people don't.
So what would you use? What term would you use instead of woke?
I don't know. I never think about it. I'd have to think about it. Definitely not the W word.
Anti-easily offended.
Yeah, I mean, people use it to
Easily
push their own
Anti-snowflake.
agenda. They want
Yeah.
they use it. People use it for many different reasons. So they might go anti-woke because I want to see the N-word. You know what I mean?
So how do you feel about shows in the city? You do shows in Manhattan?
I haven't done a show in Manhattan in a long time. Yeah,
A long time, right?
It seems like it's a whole different like scene of like
That's
people. I gotta get in there, and it's like a lot of like who you know, and there's just so many comedians down there. It seems
young ones too.
which is great. I mean, but it's like every time I go down there, I'm meeting new people. I'm like, I don't even.
Some of them even pander to one particular group.
Who's that?
I'm just saying. So you could look at the specials.
Got a lot of
Look at
young
the specials. See what they pander to.
kids in the city pro Trump. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just saying. Just saying. I mean, you and I know comedy. Even though I troll him, so I troll him. So I had a plan. I had a plan to go. Hey, typical conversation between Alex and myself. And I was going to read our text message. And I was going to go.
Oh God, here we go.
I was going to go. Hey, Alex.
You're a professional troll.
I'm running a little bit late. I'll probably be there 4:25. Right? Alex's response was.
I want you to say it.
Alex's response was, just pretend you're shopping. Because I said I'll be here 4:25, so time's gonna be a little tight. Alex's response was, just pretend you're shopping for clothes. No,
you said that.
And then I said, speak for yourself, chubby. And then he said,
No.
whoa. I didn't
You're
say
saying
anything.
it backwards. You're saying it backwards. You're instigating.
That wasn't true.
Right.
And he went, And that's how I know I'm instigating. That's how I trolled him.
he trolled me the other day so bad. I got all upset and was like texting him back. Every time I made a rational point, he moved to something irrational. And I'm like, come on, answer what I just said. I
can't
He's just laughing at the other end.
because I had to rest my voice. Everybody knows me. I am not a texter.
You're like the black big brother I never had.
I'm not a texter. So he was, you know what it was? I sent him a clip about Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
And he goes, one of the best. I go, who's better? And he's like, what do you mean? And he named people. I said, and I'm like, ha, laughing emoji. So he's like, didn't you say that comedy is subjective? And I never answered.
Yeah, like the day before the trolling event, he's like telling me we're talking about comedy subjective, and then he's like, who's better? I'm like, he's top 3. He's like, and he starts laughing and just instigates me. You're like my brother, man. My brother is a master at that. My brother is an absolute master at trolling.
I was like, I can't believe he's falling for
Bait
this.
you with a question.
I was like, wow.
They get you emotional, then you're like invested.
Yeah,
and
I
it's
was like,
yeah.
he's falling for this?
getting riled up. Yeah, I think that's the
my
worst.
So I ignored, thank you, Five. I ignored the stuff and just went to the next point. It's a beautiful thing to see.
I'm just trying to think, what my brother does? He'll be like, oh, I see you're not answering back. I'm right.
Yeah.
That's right. And he'll just like, he just knows how to get under your
Listen,
skin.
knows it'll piss you off.
I grew up in the Caribbean. We did this for a living from as long as I can remember. If it's like 10 guys that hang out, if you're number 10, you're going to get it. We used to call it pressure, or we used to call it heat. And we never ran. You sit there if the day's not your day. You got to take it. And
Was the goal
don't get
like to
mad.
make somebody cry in front of you? Then you just laughed at him and he cried.
The goal is to
Break him?
get a person, keep them silent, like
Getting pissed off.
yeah. But that's how it was though. So that's
It's like
why
when you're a kid, like the kid who has the worst temper is like that's the one you pick on because you know he's gonna be like, "Shh, stop it!" You freak out.
So when they get you and people like that roast, even though they didn't really want to roast you, I was like, I want to go after somebody like for real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why it's like, okay, but this is what I grew up doing. This is nothing. You know what I mean? That's why I don't get offended when people say stuff. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, here's what I think of you, you piece of shit. You know what I mean? The most time,
How do
yeah.
you feel about roasts? Do you like them?
No, I'm never like very good at them personally. Like, I don't know. Like, you know what it is? It's like if I know the people, I think it's funny. But like if I don't know the comedians personally, I'm like, I don't really get the jokes.
We did a roast earlier this year.
Yeah, it's like one joke, then the other guy does a joke.
Oh yeah, I've seen those. Yeah.
Back and forth.
Yeah.
I don't know
who won.
Oh, you mean roast battles?
Yeah, roast battle.
How excited he is.
Ask him who won. Ask him who won, Josh.
I'm gonna guess who won? Dave. What was the joke that took it?
What was the joke that took it? I can't remember.
I did 2 roasts in my.
You know what happened? I think we had the best roast battle in the competition, and they asked for a roast off of one joke.
But here's the thing: I don't want to roast somebody unless I don't like them.
Right.
If
Same
you're
with
one
me.
of those comics that irritated me, I would just go out of my way to.
Yeah. Same here. 3 minutes.
so
Same
hard.
same here.
Which shows to you that you care less about me by winning. You beat me, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't want to like roast someone well
True.
unless there's like some kind of animosity
Right.
behind it. Or I'm like, I actually don't like this
That's
dude.
how it grew up. You know what I mean? But it is what it is.
With the 2-minute mark.
We got a 3-minute mark. Before we go any further, Josh, you got any shows coming up?
Yeah.
I don't at the moment, actually. I got. I might be open for Tom Green coming in January with Cal and Laugh It Up Guys But Kids.
Nice.
Nice. You got to stick an applause in there.
Yeah, early January. Look out for that. But I post my stuff on Josh Kincade Comedy on Instagram and TikTok as well.
So that's at Josh Kincade Comedy.
At Josh Kincade Comedy. Yeah.
Both on Instagram and TikTok. All right. Give them your handle there, big boy.
Big Alex Comedy.
Yeah, and I'm at BlackRock Dave. But yeah, man, it's been fun, Josh.
This is great, man.
You know what I mean?
Thank you
Get to
guys.
know
It's
each other
awesome.
a little bit more. You're gonna have a black friend now.
So I've been dying happy my whole life. This is great.
You're gonna steal me away from Alex, poor guy.
Notice I didn't say like, hey, you're gonna have an Eastern European friend.
I have tomatoes already.
But
He's like, I have too many of those.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, no, but it's cool, man.
If I want to get scammed, I'll find.
But it's good to build relationships because that's what it is. You know what I mean? Alex got me into a ton of shows this year. You know what I mean? My one white friend. No, I'm kidding. But Alex did get me to a ton of shows this year. And we talk about comedy, and he's like, yo, this was because after Saturday, he was like, he had notes. He was like, that was a good set. He was like, this was perfect. You should da-da-da-da-da. Then the very next week is like, oh yeah. And I was tempted to break away completely from my retail and just try stuff. But, it was what it was. It's learning. I got another show Thursday coming up in the Caribbean show at the Zip Code in Brooklyn. And then we're on a show in South Jersey this Saturday.
We're driving like 2 hours, man.
Yeah.
But it's
What's the best part about comedy? I think, honestly, as you said before you alluded to, like, you have to do the show. Like, you're not going to not do the show. You can't punk out and just leave. It's like, you got to do it. So you have nothing else to do but try and get better and,
You're
focus
just
on
trying to
your
get
flaws.
better. Yeah. Even though I still have a hard time telling people that, I'm funny. But, what it is. It'll get there. I get there.
It's better to be humble.
Yeah, I get there. Right. But yeah, man, it's been fun, bro.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me.
This is awesome. Man, for sure. Once again, at BlackRock Dave.
Big Alex Comedy.
And I'm Josh Kincade.
Yo, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Velvet Sugar Podcast, episode 11. Peace. You guys don't say anything cool. You're taking off
Peace
your
out.
We leave it to you. It's over.